Yolan True and welcome to another exciting day in our galaxy. And today I want to talk about the new special event that is running again. You know, those events that are only 2 or 3 times a year. Last time we had the Thalaron event. But before I talk about the Enterprise Coin event, as I call it, I just want to say, if you're not a subscriber of my channel yet, but do like my videos, then please do subscribe to my channel. And when you do, please also click this little bell and all notifications so that you will know when another video comes out. And this week there were some videos in between as well at the not normal schedule times, and this way you will find out. But let's have a look at the events. With a special event, we started backwards a bit. There is, of course, one of those event stores again, where you can get ship blueprints, you can get officers, ship parts, ship refits, cloaking, special currencies, resources and materials, and in this time throwback cosmetics as well. What you will find in some of those will depend on your level, but this is one of the events where especially players on lower levels can get certain special ships easily. You might speed up your amalgam here, but you can get the amalgam via cosmic cleanup, like the Discovery. But there are also things in here like the Mantis, which you in other events usually cannot get. Or the Defiant is here, and the Voyager, if you want to speed them up. The Jellyfish is in here. The problem is that there are always limits on the number of blueprints you can get. The last time at the Thalaron event, they forgot it in the first place, and I could get some more blueprints than they intended. But unfortunately, here the limits are there from the beginning, so you cannot unlock a ship completely. But it still can give you help. The Titan, for example, has a high limit with 100, which is quite nice. This is a place where you might get charts for the blueprints for the Separatist D3 class. Well, I told you my opinion about that ship in that video, but still it's here, and that's the only place where I usually see that you can get them. And there's this sarcophagus for me, there's the Vidar, there's the North Star for those who want to have that ship. You can get half a Monovine here to speed it up. You can get blueprints for the Meridian and for the Fischer, as I said, always depending on your level. And this is why these events are always so helpful, because you can get a part of very important ships, of those special ships. Usually I tell people not to get blueprints here for faction ships, because it's wasted. If you don't have all the special ships that are on offer for you here, don't spend it on faction ship blueprints. There's even the Cerritos, and this is also the place where you can get your second Stellar. I made a video about why it's important to have a second Stellar, and those special events, like now the Enterprise Coin event, are that only place where you can get the second Stellar. But you need to have completed the Stellar in your rogue faction store first before you get blueprints here. When I did it, it was okay. I could get blueprints here before doing it in the faction store, and it worked. Other members of my alliance had problems later when they did the same, because they must have changed something. So get your Stellar in the rogue store first, and then get Stellar blueprints here in those special events. And get your second Stellar, because the second Stellar is really a very important thing in this game, because you can upgrade one Stellar to the max and have another Stellar that you upgrade and scrap. And so you don't have to start from scratch all the time and go back to smaller armada, smaller enemies, because the one Stellar will keep growing until it's maxed, and then it stays maxed, and only the second one you will scrap, and you will always have one strong Stellar. And so this is one of the events where it's important. Here are always also Botany Bay blueprints that can help you get the Botany Bay, the Franklin, although it's in the Cosmic Cleanup. But you decide what you get. But if you get blueprints, look for the special ships here, especially those you cannot get in regular events. And so this is usually the most important part of this event store for most players. The next part is offices. This time you have the Enterprise NX-01 officers from part 1 and 2 in here. So if you don't have T'Pol, Shren, Archer, or Trip Tucker, then this is the place where you can get blue shards for them, especially Trip Tucker, because he's quite important now for the silent enemies. If you don't have Trip Tucker, this is the place where you can get him now. He's not anywhere else in the game at the moment. You also can get ship parts. That's something I usually don't use in this event store, but you can use it if you need it. But I'm just telling you to complete the picture, but I usually don't spend anything in here. But if you are desperate in need for something of that, of course you can use it. Another nice part is the ship refits. So if you have all the special ships and the ships you need, there are always some nice refits in here. This time it's the TOS D4 refit, the TOS Enterprise refit. I've got the Augur one. That's probably why I don't see it here. It might be there for you as well. There's the Katinga refit and the Veldor one and the Kelvin one. I've got all three, but this is the place where you can get them, and they are quite nice, especially for rep grinding. There's the Amalgam refit chart, and there's the Salvaged Augur refit, and probably also the Enterprise and the D4, but I have those two, that's why they might not show, and the Cerritos refit, and you might see others as well that I already have, and that's why they're not shown here anymore. But refits are always nice as well. But there's also a cloaking section, so if you need cloak for some ships, you can get shards here as well. If you want some more cloaking for additional ships. Then there's special currencies. That's another part I'm usually not using here. The Cloaked Racketeer token may be one I think about, but usually I'm not using anything here. But if you need something at the moment, it's a possibility. But as I said, from my point of view, the most important are those special ships, special ship parts that you do need if you don't have them yet, and have a look at the blueprints there first. That's my advice, at least, on this. Then there's material and power steel. I'm in dire need of power steel, but if you look at this, this is not worth it. I need hundreds of billions, and I can get 8 billions for 3,000 coins. I don't think that I will get this here, and it's the same with the materials. It's quite expensive if you're in desperate needs, and that's why some people would have wished that we had more events at the moment that bring materials instead of the special event, because they have all the ships. Greetings double. A lot of people will be happy about this event, but those in desperate need for materials at the moment, not so much, because the price is quite high in this event store for materials. And if you really have everything you can wish for, there is something else that if I had no use for those coins otherwise, I would look at the throwback cosmetics, because there are some nice avatars and frames in here from earlier times that I would like to have, but at the moment there are still some things I need from other parts of this event store, so I probably will not get any of these. But the Eyes of Gowron, if you don't have them, for example, I know, Eddie, I know you love them, but it's some nice stuff if you kind of can waste the coins on something you just like and not need. Then this is a nice section as well, and I would spend here if I would need something. But that was like a little bit going backwards with first showing the rewards, but how do you get those coins? And for this, I have to get out here first. Doesn't seem to work properly today again. And then go to the events. There are events where you can get some of those coins. For example, was it here the into the unknown. That's the SMS, the silent enemy SMS that we have at the moment. Here you can get some of the coins, and there will be more and more events during this battle pass where you can get them. I think in the mission key hunter this time there are no coins. I haven't looked at all of them yet, but in some of them you will find coins. But at least in the Are We Alone section you will find coins. And the artifact hunt, there I think there were coins as well. Yes, in the SLB, and I also think in the ALB there are coins as well that you can earn. And those coins will not only be in, I guess, events that are coming every day or when they're running longer than after one expired. There will be new ones, but they are also in the battle pass. There are a few in the free one, and there are a few more. No, not here. That was the other part. There are a few more in the elite path. There was one bigger one with just 30,000 there. And so you can get a number of those via the battle pass as well, and by doing those daily events. I guess it's daily during this battle pass again, that you can earn them. The last time you generally were able to earn a few 100,000 of those in those events by just doing them. We will see how it is this time. I never know in advance, but that's the experience from the older ones. But I'm quite happy that we have that event again, because it's going to help a lot of players to get forward with their game. And I hope that you get a lot of things that you really like and need from this special event this month, and that you are happy with your rewards. If you want to tell me about it, then please do it in the comments. And also, if you just have questions in general or video requests, you know that I'm regularly reading the comments. And if you just want to say hi and where you're from, you know that I'm always happy to know where my active viewers are coming from. And if you want to see another video right now, the next one is right here in the end screen. I'll see you there. I'll be back.